Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Undead Unluck episode number 17 reaction. So the previous episode, it was a great, I guess you could say, plot twist, because I genuinely wasn't expecting Billy to be the one who was going to go against them. But I'm pretty sure there's like stuff going on in the background that we don't know. Billy doesn't seem like the type of person who would do something like that. And like when we saw him announcing that he's going to defeat God, um yeah, like he wasn't really in that way antagonistic towards each other. He did try to attack us and try to stop us. However, he just said that he's going to defeat God, and he just took the round table and trying to leave. So yeah, a lot of questions, like obviously, like I don't think it's exactly like how it's going. Like there's something going on. He has some kind of a plan. So let's wait and see what he does. But either way, his power is kind of a problem because it's literally just taking other people's abilities, kind of like that. Which it took me a while to understand. At the beginning, I didn't understand that he's actually taking the abilities, like not taking but copying the abilities. And yeah, but anyways, now we will have to stop him from taking the round table, otherwise it'll be a problem. So yeah, let's see what happens. So this is episode 17. Let's begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Yep. Oh. Hmm. All right, here we go. Well, well, you guys caught them off guard. I just literally saying that. Yep. Oh, this is the first time they met each other. I guess that makes sense. Comes next. Interesting. Yeah. Ooh, fair. I just realized they're literally sitting on hot magma. Like, like rip. Wait. Oh. For a moment, I was like, wait a minute. Like, Billy's number three, isn't it? Who's number two? It's Shen, isn't it? I think I cannot remember properly. I think so. I cannot remember. Yeah, it's Shen, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm really confused why they do it like this. They show the recap first, show something what's going to happen, then go back again. Hmm. Yeah, but not like this. Oh. Yeah. Yep. Hmm. Why are they showing this again? Yep. Oh. Okay, let's go. All right, here we go. All giant. All right, 10 minutes. Anesthetic gas. Okay. Wait, is that? Yeah. Make this look like a capture while we at this. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense because Unluck uses the like the surroundings. It makes sense. That's why. But yeah, we have to stop burn first. Oh God. Oh. Okay. God damn. Mid air. Yeah. I no, Billy said that he doesn't like the way we do things. Yeah. Damn, how far they have gone within this small amount of time. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's crazy how he can literally use the other abilities. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. Whoa. Wait, what? Oh, that's how. Makes sense. He literally put his head near Foucault. Bruh. Unluck is. Oh, damn, using the head. Exactly. And it's completely random, so Latla's power is not going to work properly. Okay. Oh my god. Hey. Yeah. It's random, so you don't know what to expect. Right. Okay. Didn't really work. A little bit. It a little bit worked, but cooling. Okay. Yes. Nice. We at least stopped it from moving for a little bit. I'm guessing. Oh, it's falling. Okay. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh. What? What is that? File cannon. Oh no. What? Oh my god. What's happening? Oh, that. Yeah, it worked in a little random way, but it still worked. Bruh, what? My god. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. I feel like Billy has some other plan now. What's. Oh no. Oh my god. Um. Right. That's not good. Okay, at least we have stopped burn, but. Okay. Oh, he took it. Oh my god. Yeah, it just broke his face completely. No, it isn't. So he feels the same pain. Damn, so he feels pain every time he cuts himself. That's crazy. Oh god, here we go. Yeah, he literally used undead. How do you defeat someone like this? Can he use unluck as well? That'll be crazy. Oh god, what is this? He's using Top's ability, isn't he? Yeah. Right. Yeah, okay. Oh! Oh no. Yeah, oh god. Oh! Whoa! Yeah, it's Fuko. Yeah. Oh, he's using Injustice. Yeah, that's why she's trying to jump off. Okay. Damn, he just. Yeah. Um, yeah. It applies to us union members. Okay, another thing, like I said, either he's not using. Oh, damn, burn is just getting activated again. Either he's not using unluck because he cannot, or he's not using unluck because if it's unpredictability, he doesn't know what to expect. Oh, I see, I see. Oh boy, that's bad. God damn, it's again just. What? Oh no. Oh, where is she? Oh, nice. Okay, like I said, there's a few interesting things we can see. Since he wants Tatiana to join him, I'm guessing he also cannot use Untouchable. So there's a few abilities that either he cannot use or he's not using. Okay. Operation hinges. Yeah, I guess. Outsmart. Oh boy, it's coming out. Yeah, there you go. Ah, wow. Like, what the hell? He's reading Apocalypse or something? Okay. As long as God. Damn. Injustice. Yep. Here we go. Oh my god, apocalypse just go. Here we go. Yeah, okay, that's what you should. Oh, so I understand what's happening because it's opposite. Like Union's goal is to stop Billy, however, her is not. So it's actually working oppositely. I think something like that is happening. I'll think about it later in the discussion section. God. Oh! Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, and same with Apocalypse. If Apocalypse is not there. Exactly. Well, yeah, you actually need both. Oh, what's happening? Is she getting visions again? What the? Is this what happened before? Yeah. So this is what happened before Foucault joined them? Okay. I'll need to go back and see those scenes again. I've got more years of memory under my. Oh, that's why. Wait, who's that? Oh! Unfeel. That's why his name is Feel? Nice. Yeah. I guess Arc. I guess they do know what the quests are, so they can easily do it. Another thing, why is he not healing? He's burned here. He's not healing. Yeah, we at least have Apocalypse, so. Okay. A new term came up, which is arc. Okay. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Right. There you go. Hmm. That is it. Right. Okay, this was episode number 20, 17. Right. So a few things happen in this episode which I need to talk about. First of all, um one new term comes up, which is the arc. So like Billy in the end was like, "Oh, like I'm not going to let you get to arc," or something like that. And um okay, where is it? Tell Jews we won't let her have it. Yep. So there you go. That's that. Another thing is that I need to go back and watch this scene. The scene where Foucault gets the visions from the past. So you can see Apocalypse being an artifact as well. He can also like, do stuff like this, I guess. And when Foucault touched Apocalypse, the memories started flooding in. Okay, here we go. So we see Jews here fighting this thing. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized something. This is what's the name? I forgot the name. Like, the thing that we fought in in episode like 4 or 5 or something. I remember the first mission or whatever, where we where there was that whole zombie girl who got married to Andy, and that whole, like, that guy, that thing, that Yuma. I've forgotten the name. Um, they're fighting that. How is that possible? We fought. Wait a minute. Wait, okay, so another thing. Jewish Nico, and this is Gina, isn't it? Who's old? Wait a minute. This, okay, wait. This scene is interesting. I didn't realize it while reacting, but yeah, why are they fighting this? We fought this later. So, and I can also see Billy there as well. And who is this in the beginning? I cannot recognize this person. This Jewish on the right side, this Gina on the left side, this Billy flying. I'm guessing he got like whacked or something by that thing. And then there's someone in the middle. Who is that? I cannot. I don't know who that is. Who is that? That's not Nico, is that? No, that's not. I'm not sure who that is. And then the next thing, like I said, Phil is there. His like stomach has been gorged out completely. Not Phil, Nico, sorry. Then we have Gina and Jewish like crying. Okay. Then another scene where we see there's 2 seats only in the round table. Okay. Then we have Victor and whoever this is. I'm not sure who this is. It's another character. Um. Then we see Victor, and there's like a light before him, and something's happening. I'm guessing this is the destruction of the world. God is destroying the world, because there's a similar scene we saw in the previous episode where Foucault got those visions, seeing, like, when God is destroying the world. This is literally that scene. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's it for the visions. Now, here's the thing. There's 2 things that is making me think. Like, there's 2 things I'm thinking about after watching these scenes. First of all, the one thing like that is striking me is that I remember Rip saying something like, I even in this episode he said, like, I'm not interested in defeating God. I'm interested in what comes after that. And he said something like, "You're going to keep your promise, aren't you, Billy?" And Billy's like, "Yeah," something like that happened. So that means destruction of the world isn't the end. There's something that these people know, and Jews knows probably, which a lot of the other roundtable members don't know. Foucault doesn't know about it. Undead probably, Andy doesn't know about it as well. They have no clue what's going on. However, there's something happening, and that destruction of the world isn't the end. Something's going to happen after that. And if that is the case, then I guess you could say these scenes will make sense, because I'm guessing this is some kind of time travel or parallel world like thing happening here. Like it's probably is it parallel world or is it time travel? Because we literally saw some characters in certain situations which never should have happened. For example, that scene where we saw Phil's whole stomach has been gouged out and Drew's crying in front of him. That is the scene where I'm guessing Phil maybe died, and since we can see Phil is alive here, like either they went back in time or they, like, I don't know, like this is like some other parallel world where something else is happening. There was another character we saw that we don't see in the round table now. That person who was like, kind of bowing in front of Victor. Who is that? Another new character that we don't know. So that's another thing. Um, what else? Gina, if you see that scene, you'll understand. Gina isn't really in her like young form. I guess one of the biggest reason behind that is probably because at that point of time, Andy doesn't exist. Victor exists. So since Victor exists, I am guessing Gina had no reason to put on that whole unchanged thing, because he literally did. If you remember in the second or third episode where we saw Gina, she puts that on, that like unchanged on her to stay young, so that he, like, because she's otherwise embarrassed to come in front of Andy. If you remember, I think like she said something like when her unchanged was going away, and her makeup and whatever was like falling off, she was like, "Oh, don't come near me," like you, like I'm hideous now, something like that she said. And Andy was like, "Oh, like don't, like, and I don't like you're." He said something like your outer form doesn't matter, your inside is what matters, something like that he said. That whole scene, if you remember, you can see like there is a reason why she puts on the makeup, the unchanged, all that stuff she does to remain young, because of Andy. So seeing her in that form in that scene where Foucault saw that in that old form makes me think that's probably the reason behind that, is probably because Andy doesn't exist there. It's only Victor. So since Andy doesn't exist, like she didn't need to do that. Yeah. And I would have thought that this is, at first I thought this is basically their apocalypse is showing Foucault what happened before she came here. At first that's what I thought, but then I realized that that's probably not it. This is some kind of time travel or parallel world related thing. Because if that is the case, like if this is literally like past memories that are being played, how is Phil, not Phil, sorry, Nico still alive? Because I'm pretty sure that scene where her stomach is gouged out, that's definitely like the scene where he probably died. And if he died, then how is he here still? So it's definitely they went back in time, or they are like, like going in some parallel world or something like that is happening. And obviously another reason behind it is because literally in the previous episode, the way what's his name? I'm just mixing up the names. Billy, yeah, the way Billy said that however how many times you try, you won't be able to defeat God, which obviously indicates that, yeah, like they have tried this multiple times before. Otherwise, why would he say that? That's another thing. Another thing, like I said in today's episode and even in previous episode, Rip is like implying something about after the destruction of the world is going to continue, or something like that. He's implying, which can imply that, like he uses a term called like after the destruction, the world will flip around or something like that. He says. I remember him saying that. So I don't know, like something is going on after the destruction of the world. Either they're looping or they're moving to another parallel world where literally, and a few of them probably knows about it. For example, Juice probably knows about it, Billy knows about it, and obviously all the members of the Under probably knows about what's going to happen. But um, a few of the newer members of the union probably doesn't have any clue about it. For example, Andy doesn't know what's happening. I'm guessing Victor probably knew, but since Andy and Victor are different, like, their memories are set are different, so Andy doesn't know. Fuko doesn't know. She's a newer member. Obviously, Chikara has no clue. I'm pretty sure. Then I'm pretty sure Tatiana has no clue, because she's also a newer member if you think about it, because Billy is the one who took her in. Looking from how they react, I'm guessing Top also has no clue. Who else? Nico probably has a clue or an inkling, or he knows about what's going on. Gina also probably knew about it because I don't know, that's what I think. It seems like she's like a very old member from Union. Who else is there? Ishin, I have no idea. Like we don't even know who that person is. It's literally like a samurai armor. So I haven't even seen Ishin's true, like, like actual form. So I'm not really sure about Ishin. Who else is there? Phil, again, no clue about Phil as well. I have no idea. I'm guessing Phil probably has no idea about what's happening or whatever. But yeah, like the newer members probably has no clue what's happening, and a few of the members do know what's going to happen, which is, like I said, Juiz, probably Nico as well, Billy. They know what's happening and that they have a clue. So yeah, that's basically what's happening. So interesting, right? Okay, you know what? I think Apocalypse says something. Where's that part? Um, no. Okay, where's that part? Okay, Apocalypse said, "I did it. I've got more years of memories under my belt than any other artifact." Right. So you know what? I'm not really sure. It might not be any time travel shenanigan or any parallel world shenanigan happening here. It might just be that the memories, these are just memories from before. But what's bothering me is that Phil, oh god, why am I calling him Phil? Phil is the other kid. Nico, like, his whole stomach was like completely gouged out. And it makes me think that he probably died here. I'm just basing this on that. If he didn't die here and if he somehow recovered there, then it might be just that these are just memories from the past. So that's the thing. I'm not really sure. No, you know what? No, no, this is not memory from the past. This is memory from either like a, like a parallel world, or they went back, like, like something that happened before and we went back in time or something. You know why I'm saying that? Because the other scene where we see Victor in front of I don't know, that's probably the scene where God was destroying the world. If God was destroying the world there, then I think this is like a new set of, like things that is happening. So it's either time travel or parallel world, either of it. Not sure which one it is, but it's something like that. Because yeah, that scene, otherwise it wouldn't make sense, because they literally showed us how like Union was losing members. In the beginning we saw a Jews and all of them fighting that thing that we fought in episode 2 or 3. That then next we saw like Phil probably died there and Gina was like, praying. And then we saw Victor with that one white haired guy. I don't know who that is again. um and then the final memory or the final vision that Foucault saw was Victor, and there was like a bright light and it was raining everywhere, like raining, that scene where we saw where God was destroying the world. So that's probably the final vision that she saw. So if that was the destruction of the world, then I'm guessing they either looped back in time or they went to another parallel world where everything has started anew. And Jewish, uh, Nico, Billy, they probably have an inkling to what's happening or something like that. And I'm guessing it has something to do with that room. You saw that room in the beginning of the previous episode where Juice was just standing. There was a door. Oh no, that was the. Okay, I'm not sure what that was. Because for a moment I was thinking maybe that was the. No, that isn't. Yeah, okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it has something to do with either R, what that Billy said today, or that room, whatever. The reason why they probably have the memories, something like that. Anyways, so yeah, that's what's going on. At least that's what I think is going on. I'm not sure. Um, Either way, yeah, that was the thing that I wanted to discuss, because that scene is very interesting. There's so many things that we saw in that little vision, that scene that we saw the vision in. Okay, another thing I want to talk about, I'm not really sure, but there's a few like a few powers that Billy isn't using. For example, I've seen him, he's not using unluck, either for the randomness of it, he doesn't want to take the risk, or he's cannot use it, either of it. Another one that he's not using, or cannot use probably, is untouchable. That is why he wanted Tatiana to join him, and you can see that he hasn't used untouchable at all. Why is that? Is it because it's again, it's like an ability which can go either way. It's like a, it can it'll affect your allies as well. Maybe because of that, that is why he's not using it. But no, that doesn't sound right, because I remember him literally saying like, Tatiana, I need your power, come with me. So he probably cannot use it. So I do wonder if there's a like a pattern to the abilities he can use. Wait a minute. Hmm, maybe. Okay, here's the thing. Maybe he can not use the abilities of people who are not happy with their ability. I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure his negator ability is unfair, something like that. So I don't know. Maybe, like, because this is the thing, you can see that is common in Foucault and Tatiana. Both of them have lost a lot because of their ability. They are not happy about their ability, and they want the ability to go away, if you think about it. I guess in that sense, Andy's also the same, but Andy's situation is a little bit different. So, like, as we saw, Foucault and Tatiana has a lot of things in common. For example, both Foucault and Tatiana lost their parents because of their ability. Their abilities, like, it's like it has, I don't know, it has affected people that they don't want to affect. I don't know, not really sure, but I feel like I feel I'm trying to find the common thing between Foucault and Tatiana. Yeah, they obviously, their ability took some pressures from them. Their ability is also something that they don't want, or they want to, like, like, leave behind, and something like that. And their ability is also something that can affect your allies as well, if because Foucault's ability is like randomness completely. Anyone can get affected by it. So is Tatiana, because literally anyone beside her will get, just, yeah, that whole thing. So maybe that is why, like, maybe it's like he can only use the abilities of people who um who okay, here's the thing, like, hear me out. Since I'm like guessing his ability is unfair, maybe for people who actually benefits from their ability in a way, he can take their ability, like, they something like that, like, like, so since it's like, like, you, for example, I'm just taking an example, like, Juice, for example. Juice's ability is Injustice, which is very like, helpful in certain situations, and you can actually use it in a proper way and everything. So if Billy's ability is unfair, maybe he looks at Juice and he's like, oh, her ability is kind of unfair, isn't it, like, and that's how he's able to take it for himself. However, the similar thing cannot be said to Foucault, because looking at Foucault, and if you know her past, you cannot say that her ability is unfair, because she has suffered so much because of her ability. So you cannot say that. That is why maybe he cannot take her ability. Similar with Tatiana, like, if you look at Tatiana, if you know her past, you cannot say that, oh, her ability is so unfair, because she literally suffered so much for her because of her own ability. You cannot say that. That is why maybe you cannot take Tatiana's ability. Another thing I just realized, Chikara is also very similar to Tatiana and Foucault. Chikara also lost his parents in the past, because of his own ability. So I don't think I saw him use Chikara's ability as well. So maybe it also affects that as well. Maybe, because looking at Chikara, you cannot say that, oh, his ability is so unfair, because he suffered so much for his ability. So that, I don't know, it's like a weird theory I made. But if that's the case, that'll be kind of interesting. Like, like something like that. Maybe that is why he cannot use Tatiana and Foucault's ability, because it's not really unfair, because to them, this ability is literally a curse. That is why. But then again, what's bothering me is if that's the case, then Andy would kind of be in a similar situation as well. But I guess it doesn't, like, it works on Andy because Andy just himself wants to get rid of the ability. It's not that his ability is making, like, has I don't know, like, has done something that he wants to. Yeah, like I said, Andy's situation is a bit different. However, Foucault, Chikara, and Tatiana, for them, their ability is a curse, like a literal curse, and they, like they want it to just, yeah. And so that is why, maybe because of that, you know, for them, like like he cannot say that their ability is unfair because they themselves have suffered so much from it. So it wouldn't make sense. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I just made this up. I might be completely off the mark, and I probably am. But yeah, I do wonder, because why does he not use that? Why does he not use their abilities? Maybe it's because of something like that, or something similar to what I'm saying. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, okay, that's that. What else? Burn. Was there anything else that I need to talk about? No, I think that was it. It wasn't anything else, because the other stuff that we saw was them fighting against each other, and like Burn getting pierced. We stopped him for a moment of time, but then again, like, yeah, that happened. um Not only that, Tatiana comes in trying to stop Billy, and it doesn't work. Okay, and then they got Apocalypse with them. Now here's another thing. Okay, this is another thing I need to talk about. So basically, Billy, by the end of it, was like, all right, you know what, you can keep Apocalypse for now. I have the round table, I'm just going to leave. It'll take a while before we are able to complete the quests, and then I'll come back to get Apocalypse again. So Apocalypse has already given them the quests, and as Apocalypse has said, like, this quest is open for everyone. So since they know what the quests are, they can easily go and do it. They don't need Apocalypse now. After they've completed the quest, then they'll need Apocalypse for the quests to complete and to get the rewards or whatever. So that is when they need Apocalypse. Same with the round table as well. I guess if you think about it, Andy and the group, Union, can complete these missions now. They don't really need a round table unless and until they complete the missions. And this is a very weird thing, because if you think about it, it's kind of like a joint co-op mission. Like, that's literally what it is. This mission is open for everyone. So basically, like, Billy's group and Juice's group, like Under and Union, both of them will be competing for these quests. And like, I'm guessing a few of them, like Under will probably complete, a few of them Union will probably complete, but the progress would be shared, wouldn't it? Like, for example, there's 4 quests. If Under completes 2 and Union completes the other 2, it'll still count, wouldn't it? Since they completed everything. It's not that individual groups need to complete each and every quest. No, that's not how it works. There's 4 quests, you need to complete them, everyone can participate, so it doesn't matter who completes it, you need to be completed. But I'm guessing, like, whoever will have the round table and Apocalypse will be the one getting the rewards in the end. So basically, if they Union completes 2, Under completes 2, and by the end of it, if Union has the round table and Apocalypse, Union will be getting all the rewards. So they'll literally be taking, like, the 2 that Under has defeated, they will also be getting the rewards for that, I'm guessing. Like, that's how it works, I think. I'm not really sure. Or will the individual, the ones who completed them, will they get the rewards, even though the Apocalypse and Roundtable is with Union? Like, will individual rewards go to the individual groups, or is it something like that, or is it like whoever will have apocalypse and a round table, they'll get the rewards. I do wonder about that. Anyways, I'm sure they'll clarify it eventually. But for now, we don't really need it. So that's why I'm saying it's literally like a co-op mission. Like, yeah, you can be enemies, but your progress for the mission will count. Even if you're the enemy, if you complete the mission, you've completed the mission. The other group will not have to do it, I guess. I think so. That's how it works. So yeah, you know, I guess in a way it's a little bit helpful because we literally have another group, even though they're not our allies, they're literally working with us for this thing. It'll be a lot quicker, I guess. But then again, the reward system, I'm kind of thinking about it, like whether the ones that will get the rewards are the ones who have apocalypse and roundtable, or is it individual rewards for individual people or individual group? Whoever has completed that, they'll be the one. I do wonder. Anyways, just wait. I think they're just going to explain it eventually. Um, but for now, we don't need any of that. So we'll complete the missions first, and then we'll think about it. That kind of thing. So yeah, right. Either way, and that is where it ended, I think. Yeah. Oh, and then in the end, Juice was like, "Oh, gather together. I have something to tell you guys." I do wonder if she's going to talk about like the vision that Foucault saw. Maybe she's going to say something that's going to shed some light into that. But let's wait and see. But either way, that was a great episode. A few more developments, a few more questions have popped up, which we don't have any idea or any answer to. But I can, like I said, I can kind of guess a few things. So let's see. Okay, now let me talk about that was my overall impressions. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Let me see if I've missed anything or not. So the first section we get to see okay. Okay, so Rip says, okay, so this is the first time Rip has actually met the leader, that is Billy. So he's like, oh, it's the first time we're, like, we've met you. And I love how Billy was like, oh, don't underestimate them. We just got them off guard. Because, yeah, if they knew that Billy's going to betray them, they definitely wouldn't have like, they would have taken a lot of countermeasures. So they won because of the moment, like, because of their ability to surprise them. Since they were caught off guard. That is why they were able to win this. Either way, and here Rip, like I said, Rip here says something interesting, which is, he's like, I don't care about God, but I'm here because you said that you are going to, where is that? We're here because you said you'd give us that, don't forget it. Killing God isn't our final objective. What we want is what comes next. There you go. So yeah. And Billy's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Either way, that was that. And then we are back with Foucault and Andy going to stop Burn, while over there, this girl, what's her name, Miko, I think, she has taken control over the whole laboratory and everything, and she's like helping out with with the different things. While obviously Nico is like trying to heal Ishin and what's his name? Top, yeah. Okay, so wait a minute. Right. So they go. Andy and Foucault are off to stop Burn, and they. Right. They also talk about how technically they're also kind of working against God, but like why are they working against us? We can literally work together. But I think like Billy kind of explained it. I don't know. I feel like Billy is basically like, if what we saw in Foucault's vision is true, if this is really like some kind of time loop or parallel world situation going on, and Billy and Jules remembers everything, then I'm guessing Billy probably, as he said, if you remember, he said something like, you're being too naive, Jules. It won't work like this. Maybe that is why. Maybe multiple times before, this has repeated so much, and going through Jules' leadership, Billy probably thought that this is not the way to do it. We're just repeating everything back to back to back, and it's literally the same. So Jules' naivety won't work here. I need to take it under my control, and that is why he planned this. And his policy is like use anything and everything if you want to win, something like that basically. So yeah, it's I'm guessing it is something like that. Probably like he definitely wasn't like this before, but probably looping or like going through the thing, repeating that over and over again. He got fed up by the end of it, and he's like, nah, I need to be more ruthless about this, otherwise this naivety will not help. It's just going to keep repeating everything. Maybe that's why he's trying to take everything under him now. And his way of working or fighting against God is completely different from them. Like he said, he's like, oh, let us just nuke those two places. And Jesus is like, but no, there's a lot of innocent people there. And he's like, oh, that is naive for you, like this is the final chance we have. If it's over, it's over. So we need to take that chance. So that is why he's like this, like like he's changed his way completely, maybe because of whatever has happened in the past. Okay, so right after that, oh, this part was very interesting because you see like he used injustice on Andy, and obviously Andy's injustice is bringing harm to Foucault. So his soul was going to go and attack Foucault, but he literally put his face in front of the trajectory of the sword so that it cuts his own head. And then Foucault like kissed him, and obviously the unluck got triggered, and he shoot his head towards them. And yeah, it went straight inside Burn, and obviously the unjust like the unluck is going to get triggered inside there, over there somehow. Okay, another thing I forgot to mention, you remember Miko said something like where is that part? uh, Listen up, we need to make this look like a capture while, oh no, this is what Nico says, yeah, while we gather seeds of unluck, just focus on building a dangerous assortment. Yeah, so basically they're like, oh, these seeds of unluck, we need to kind of like gather them beside us, like all the dangerous stuff we need to gather beside us, because that'll help the unluck to get triggered a lot quicker. Because if you have a lot of danger stuff, because you remember like unluck triggers by using the random elements in the surroundings. you know if there's nothing dangerous in the surroundings, it'll literally bring down a meteor. That kind of thing. So for that to happen, it'll take a lot of time. So that's why if we bring the dangerous elements beside us, it'll be easy for unluck to trigger, because then it can easily make use of that, I guess. That is why they were doing it like that. And I was wondering, like, yeah, unluck sometimes gets triggered, it takes a while to get triggered, but because they did that, probably that's why unluck immediately got triggered, because there was literally an assortment of dangerous stuff beside them. And it didn't take enough time for unluck to trigger. Right. Either way, so that's happened. Now Foucault is on top of the round table. Andy is inside Burn, and unluck gets triggered. Electricity, like that discharge happens, but it's not enough. So Miko tries to freeze Burn. They freeze Burn for a temporary moment, and Burn is falling down. Still not enough. And then Miko is like, okay, here's the final blow, unbreakable pile cannon. And it doesn't work at the beginning, but then obviously since unluck is completely random, it works out. Yeah, and it just completely goes through Burn. So it didn't properly work, I guess. Ultimately, it wasn't able to destroy the core, because the unluck actually goes and affects Andy. So Andy got hit in the process. However, the trajectory was a little bit like off from the core of Burn. So Burn was still fine. It just stopped him for a moment and just completely, like, yeah. Okay. So, and then we see Tatiana has left, going to, obviously trying to go and help Foucault and Andy. So then we see Andy come and kick him in the face, and Billy's like, damn, so you actually get hurt. I didn't know that, And he's like, it's only that the healing process is there, but you do get hurt. So every time he's cutting himself, he's actually hurting. And he doesn't even show that in the face. Okay, so after that, he uses Unstoppable, hits Andy, but Andy also takes out his leg. and Billy then uses Injustice on Foucault. Foucault's justice is surviving. That's why her Injustice is like jumping off, and that's what she does. And Andy was like, God damn it, because obviously he has to go now, So yeah, Billy got him like that. However, good thing was that Tatiana was on his way. However, Burn is active again, and Burn has started flying off because it didn't hit the core. But Tatiana saved both of them, and now Tatiana and both of Foucault and Andy are off to confront Billy. Now, before they confront Billy, Juice asks her, Tatiana, do you still want to save Billy? And obviously, as we see later on, she says that yes. Okay, so Tatiana goes and attacks Billy, and Billy says that so long as gods and the rules exist, the world will always be unfair. Okay, so Billy uses Injustice. Now, here's the interesting part. I think I understand what's happened here. If you remember, we see a little flashback where Juice asks Tatiana, do you still hold feelings for Billy? I think he said something like that, yeah. And Tatiana said that, yes, I think, where is that part? Okay, I do, yeah. Untouchable area, compulsory release. All right, so here we go. Billy gets whacked completely using that. And Billy's like, wait, what's happening? If she's acting with justice on behalf of the Union, then it should stop the attack. Okay, now let me think here. Like I said, I think I understand what's happening here. So basically, Union's justice and, correct me if I'm wrong, Tatiana's justice, I guess for now, Union's justice is attacking Billy and stopping him. So Union's injustice would be not attacking Billy. That's what Billy thought that Tatiana is going to happen, because if Tatiana is working with Union, her justice should be the same as Union's justice. And if Union's justice is stopping and attacking Billy, then Injustice would be basically not doing anything and letting him go. So that is what he was betting on, but it didn't work. This makes me think, since Union's justice is attacking and stopping Billy, or killing him or something like that, in a more simple sense, killing Billy, that is Union's justice. So Tatiana's justice isn't that. Since Juice asked Tatiana, do you still want to help Billy? And she said yes. So Tatiana's justice is not attacking Billy or not killing Billy or something like that. That is why it worked against that. So it attacked him. Is that what is happening here? I think so. Because if her and Union's justice coincided, then this wouldn't work. I guess that is why Juice asked this question, maybe? Since her and Union's justice went against each other, it actually worked, for our benefit. Because Tatiana doesn't want to hurt Billy. But the injustice for that is, hurting Billy. So Billy miscalculated it. Billy thought that, yeah, Tatiana's justice should be the same as Union, which is attacking me and killing me, so using Injustice will work here. She'll not attack me. But it worked opposite, because Tatiana's justice was not attacking Billy or not harming him. So it worked against, and actually, I think that's what's happening here. I don't know. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Billy's like, so why isn't it working? And you can see that Tatiana's crying, and she goes back into the thing again. And Billy's like, oh, so that's what it is, Tatiana. Yeah, he also understood. He's like, yeah, you know what? I understand now. She probably doesn't want to hurt me. That's why the injustice worked oppositely. And that's why after hurting him, Tatiana's crying, because she didn't want to do that. It obviously injustice, so it worked opposite. Right. Okay, there you go. And then Foucault goes and grabs Apocalypse, and they're like, oh, we got Apocalypse, so you cannot do anything now. You cannot get the rewards or whatever. The quest won't be completed. But then Apocalypse injects those memories inside Foucault. And like I said, I talked about this section in the first part of the discussion. And yeah, like I said, I think there's some kind of time travel shenanigan happening here, or parallel world shenanigan, because we literally saw the thing we fought in episode 3 or 4, whatever episode it was. I've forgotten the Yuma's name. Oh, spoil, isn't it? Something like that. Yeah. um Spoil, I think that was the name. So we see them fighting Spoil. So this definitely is something that happened either in a parallel world or in a previous loop or whatever. Gina is different, as you can see. Like I said, Gina only changed her appearance and like used unchange on herself to become young because Andy was there. Here you can see she's old, and that means that Andy doesn't exist here. It's only Victor probably. That is why she hasn't changed herself. Not Phil, sorry, Nico is probably dead in this because we see a half part of his stomach is gone and Juice is crying. So that's probably what happened. So this definitely must be either a parallel world or a time loop or something like that is happening here. Then we see this person who we have never seen in Union before, this white-haired guy who's bowing in front of Victor. And then final scene is where we see Victor in front of probably that is God destroying the world. So if that's what happened, so maybe they're looping or they are going to a parallel world and this is repeating over and over again with some changes here and there. And I'm guessing, okay, here's another thing that I'm thinking. I'm guessing for the first couple of loop or whatever is happening after world is getting destroyed, since they're continuing it somehow, in the first couple of times, Victor was Victor. And then Victor was probably someone who became like Billy, like day by day, continuing the same thing. Victor got fed up and he was like, no, I'm going to just completely destroy everything or something like that. He became more violent. And that is why they had to stop him by sealing his memories up. And then Andy came into existence. That's what happened. And then obviously after Andy came into existence and Gina brought him in, Gina started liking Andy, and then Gina started doing that, like using unchange on herself, where she's young forever now. That is why now in this like this couple of episodes, in the first few episodes, we see Gina as a younger Gina because she's using unchange on herself, and she never did that before because Andy didn't exist. So here's the thing. Like, I'm just going to say this. It might be completely wrong, but this is what I think. They're either time leaping, they're looping either, or they're going to a parallel world. Every time world is getting destroyed, they're probably going back again, and they're repeating everything. I'm guessing a few of them have their memories. For example, Jewis, Nico probably, Victor, and Billy. I'm just guessing these few had the memories or whatever. And Gina probably as well. Like the initial few members of Union probably. So they complete it, the world gets destroyed, go back, complete it, go back. Like every time they're trying something different, it's not working. Same thing is repeating. Now, Gina, doesn't change herself. She's young. She's old by the time like the loop is happening, and then finally after I don't know like a few loops or whatever, Victor snaps. Victor's like, this won't work. Goes completely crazy. He starts going berserk or whatever. Goes on a rampage. They have to stop Victor. They seal Victor's memory out. Andy is born, and Gina captures Andy, brings him back, and then this is the final loop. This loop probably. I don't know, maybe. And since Gina started liking Andy, Gina started doing the whole unchanged thing to herself. She doesn't age, or she changes her appearance back to when she was young, and that is why she looked young here in this final loop or whatever that is happening now. And Gina died into this world. Then Billy betrayed us. That's what happened, I think. I'm guessing. So Victor was also probably someone similar to Billy. He also probably went crazy, and that's why they had to stop him, and Andy came into existence. Something like that. Yeah. Another thing I just realized. If Andy never existed, that is why up until now, maybe all the previous runs or loops that they have done, they never got introduced to Foucault. Because since Andy existed, Andy is the one who who met Foucault, if you remember. If Andy never existed in the other loops, no wonder they never met Fuko. Fuko probably died in all the other loops. She probably jumped off the building then because Andy wasn't there. This final world that is happening now, since probably Victor went crazy and they had to bring down Victor and Andy started existing, and then Gina captured Andy. Andy, then broke out again and suddenly came across Fuko. And that is why in this final, whatever is happening now, Fuko exists here because she doesn't die. Because Andy meets her and Andy stops her from killing herself. I think that's what happened here. So if this is like a time travel or parallel world thing happening here, all the other loops probably Fuko died because Andy didn't exist then. And this is the one where she was survived. And since she survived, she joined Union or something like that. A lot of things you can think about. If this is actually like a time loop or something like that is going on, there's a lot of things you can think about, and you have to probably you can understand if you think about it a little bit closely. But then again, I'm just basing everything on the fact that they are time looping or something like that is happening. If that's not the case, then I might be completely wrong. But either way, yeah. So there you go, Apocalypse. Then, oh, another thing we saw, Apocalypse. We got to know Phil's ability, Unfeel. I guess that's why his name is Phil. So he doesn't feel anything. He negates feelings. Like by feelings, I mean sense of feeling. I'm guessing. That's why he has like this arm or whatever. I don't know. So I'm guessing if you hurt him, he cannot get hurt because he doesn't feel anything or something like that. I'm not really sure. Either way, that's his ability. So Phil stops Apocalypse. And yeah, and then Billy by the end of his life is fine. You can have it now. But by the time I complete the quest, I'll come back and take it again. So they go away. And yeah, and Andy was like, should we follow them, Juice? And Juice is like, no, come back. I have something to tell you guys. And that's where it ended. Great episode. And yeah, like I made a few speculations in today's episode. I do wonder if they are going to if they'll match with what's happening because it is pretty obvious some kind of time travel or parallel world shenanigan is going on here. And if that is the case, then a lot of things will will be revealed probably in the future. And there's a huge speculation that I made, like a huge guess. I might be completely wrong about this, but that whole part about unfair, the reason why Fuko and Tatiana's ability Billy cannot take is probably like the guess that I made is that the reason why he cannot get that is probably because for them the ability isn't unfair, it's a curse to them. It's a curse to them. That is probably why Billy cannot take it or something like that. Maybe something like that is going out happening. I don't know, but that's just a complete guess. I'm probably wrong about that, but I just felt that at that at that moment because there's so many things common between Fuko and Tatiana, and if you bring the common things together, you have to think maybe because of that in particular he cannot take those two's abilities because of that, because the situation is so similar and their whole life has been cursed because of the ability. Maybe for someone like that he cannot take the ability, someone who thinks their ability is a curse, maybe he cannot take that or something like that. And that's why he wanted Tatiana to join them, because he cannot take it for himself. Anyways, so that is it. That was my reaction to this episode. And yeah, so thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. So that is it. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Undead Unluck. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.